So I saw a couple people asked on the video I recently posted that I'm putting this here Pro charger on my Ram 1500, which does happen to be a lease. Way better. Leased it directly from Dodge. It was zero money down, $299 a month, which is a heck of a deal. So yeah, I mean, you can't really complain about that. It's got a 5.7 liter Hemi and 8-speed auto. But a lot of people were wondering, can you modify your lease vehicle? And here is the answer. The brief answer is yes. So this is how it goes down. And just to be clear, this is my second lease, so I'm not just going on a whim here. So what happens is you take your truck or car back to the dealership. There'll be a guy there waiting for you. It's called a Lease Inspector. And what they do is they look at your truck or car and they go down kind of a list. So they look for mechanical problems. You know, is there anything done to the powertrain, or is it messed up? You know, is the engine run good? Check engine lights, things like that. That clears, you know, they do your cosmetic damage. So things, paint scratches, cracks, you know, things like that. Minor wear and tear is okay, but if you have, you know, if your bumper was painted and it looks like crap, you can't get away with it. And then they look for abnormal wear and tear, you know, also including other things like if I burn my tires off doing American stuff all the time, which is a high possibility. And, you know, if you don't fall in any of those categories, you might have to pay extra to have your truck refurbished to normal so that they can sell it or do whatever they want with it. But, you know, you are liable for things like that. So moving on to whether or not you can modify it, the answer is still yes. And here's how it works. So with a Pro charger, I'm lucky enough to be using a Pro charger, so they're 100% reversible. So I mean, you put a Pro charger on, it's a bolt-on system for the most part. There's maybe one or two things that you'll actually have to modify, you know, like in terms of cutting. But otherwise, you can keep all of your OEM parts and they all swap back on. You can take the blower off for your next truck or car, and it can be turned 100% back to stock, besides if they were to look into your computer. But assuming you don't blow it up or need to use your warranty or anything like that, sweet Jesus, that might have been a bald eagle. So it's 100% reversible, so that's not a problem. But if you have things on your truck like this leveling kit and my tires, you can totally turn it in like that. I mean, minor modifications like that, they usually don't care about. I mean, my last truck I turned in with a leveling kit on it. It was 4.5 in the front, 2.5 in the back. Had mud tires on it, and I didn't have the stock tires, so I turned it in like that. They didn't ask a question. I've also got my bumpers wrapped white. I'll be able to turn it in like that, no problem. So yeah, you can modify it to an extent. Now, if you get, you know, all too American on us and do like a twin Terpsky kit and, you know, have modifications done to the motor, that's where you might run into trouble. If you're fabbing your truck up and doing, you know, some crazy stuff to it, that's where you get in trouble, and you probably won't be able to return it to stock very easily. And that is how you can't turn in your lease. So to answer your question, you can modify a lease vehicle. All right, guys. Well, I know it's kind of a boring video, but I wanted to answer that question. So thanks for watching. And as always, do it for Dale.